Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Hmm, 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 hmm. Hmm, 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 hmm. Good evening, good evening. First of all, I'd like to say peace and blessings to everybody that's tuning in on this Thursday night. Welcome to another episode of the P-Ave Perspective. I'm your host, Mr. O'Neill, and whether you're watching the live stream or whether you're watching the video that I post on YouTube, I appreciate you tuning in with me tonight. Tonight is going to be kind of sort of different. I usually talk about our problems and solutions, and tonight it's a different conversation. I'm calling people out. I'm calling people out, and I'm calling out leaders. I'm calling out the real leaders. And I need everybody to understand something right now. This message is not for everybody. It's just not. Because as we know, the majority of this world is made up of followers, people who follow trends. And this is for the ones who are different, who know they're different. And this is for the people who feel something in their spirit, the ones who know that they were put here for something bigger than just surviving. So it's not for everybody. But before we go any further, if you would hit the share button right now, tag somebody who you know has leadership qualities in them, because what we're going to talk about today could change everything. And it will change everything. But first of all, as always, we have to deal with reality. And before we talk about where we're going, we have to seriously discuss where we are now, where we are right now. But we talked about it before on this show, and I know people, the leaders, the people that are really aware of what's going on in this world, we think about this all the time. But our communities are still hurting. And we know it didn't start yesterday. It didn't start yesterday. We still dealing with the effects of the crack cocaine epidemic, the system, broken homes, trauma, survival mentality, and the system and everything that they've done to try to hold us back and keep us at the bottom of the barrel. But most importantly, we're dealing with us. We're dealing with us as a people. And now with social media and people chasing attention instead of purpose, and the music that our kids are listening to, pushing self-destruction, glorifying chaos, teaching our young people to crash out before they even get started in life. It's serious. It is so serious. And we have to be real about it. Too many of us are stuck in cycles of destruction. Low-paying jobs that's not paying us enough to survive, to live, depending on systems that were never designed to elevate us, caught between the streets and the system. Like literally, we either supporting the legal system with crime, drugs, lawyers, prisons, or we dying, literally, or we stuck with our heads in the clouds, living our best life, like we not aware of what's going on around us. And it's getting out of hand. It's out of hand. It's out of hand. And 90% of this is not physical. It's mental, it's emotional, and it's spiritual. But we not just fighting conditions, we fighting programming. We're fighting programming. We've been programmed to self-destruct. And that's really what we're fighting. But here's the truth. As always, I have to spit the truth or how I see it. But it don't have to stay this way. It doesn't. And what I want to talk about in general with this leadership thing, any situation or any time period where we've been in a situation like this, what has led us out of these situations are movements. The civil rights movement of the 50s and 60s, the Black Power movement of the 60s and 70s, and even the Black Lives Matter movement of the 2000s and to the present. Those movements change the course of our lives, to change the course of our communities. And we need a movement now. We need a movement now. And to create and build a real movement, it requires leaders, real leaders. So again, that's what I want to talk about today. And when I say a movement, I don't mean just boycotting. I don't mean just posting, but building something that changes the trajectory of our people and our future. Like, it's crazy, but I was looking at a story not too long ago. I think it was Venezuela. But I stay up on history and historical events. And I was looking at, I think it was Venezuela, where they said how Venezuela destroyed the Black population there. And I looked at all the different stuff that they said that they used to really cut down Black people, to cut down the number of Black people. And I looked at everything and it triggered a thought in my head, like, it's happening now. It's happening right here in America. It's happening right here in America. And let's just be real. Just like I said, I keep it real. I keep it real. I read, my understanding is good, and I'm aware. And I just really started thinking about it. Like, we've always known that the way to, destroy a race, or what we say, stopping the population growth of a particular people. Think about that. Our population grow, any population, the population grows by men and women procreating. And if you look at the system right now, just like I spoke earlier about the music, if you look at the music right now and the music, how the effect that this music is having on young black males, look at the rate in which young black males are killing each other these days. It's too frequent. It's way too frequent. And if you take the number of young black youth that are killing each other and you add that with the ones who are throwing their lives away and getting all this time in the penitentiary, and on top of that, you add this new alternative lifestyle, LGBT movement that's going on. If you put all of these together and realize how many young black men we're losing to death and to the system, and who are choosing alternative lifestyles. And don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with what people choose to do. But if you take this as a whole, you realize that they are taking out all the young black men. They are taking out most of the young black men. And if we don't have the young black men, that's basically destroying our future. That's basically destroying our future. And it's in order to change that, we have to change the way we live. We really do. We have to change change everything about what we're doing right now. And that requires a movement. And just like I said, it's not just about talking, it's just not about posting hashtags, but building something that changes the trajectory of our people. We need a movement that creates an entirely new mindset, a new way of living. Like, we have to rebuild black people with strong minds, discipline, awareness, and purpose. We have to rebuild self-love and self-respect. Because if you don't value yourself, you'll accept anything. And we see that right now. We see that, especially with our young people, but also with so many of our older people. We have to rebuild strong neighborhoods. We have to rebuild strong communities where we look out for each other, protect each other, and support each other. We have to rebuild the business networks, businesses owned by us, operated by us, and supported by us. And not just businesses, we have to rebuild systems where we help each other, we work together, we supply each other, and where we produce some of the stuff that we consume. We have to really rebuild political power where our vote actually means something because we move as a unit and not scattered all over everywhere, just following. That's basically what we're doing right now. We talk about the system and the people who control the system, but it's like, if you look at us as a whole right now, we know better than them. We know better than them. We resorted to self-destruction, destroying each other. Men destroying women, youth destroying each other, fighting, killing, hating. It's out of control. It's out of control. And I don't see a way around it. We have to change it. That's the only way that we're going to change our future. We have to change it. We have to come together and change it. And we have to start educating our children differently. Like right now, everybody knows that this system is designed to keep us as workers. We have to start teaching our own kids, teaching them to lead, teaching them to build, teaching them to think for themselves and to carry what we building forward. We have to change the entire trajectory of our people, because if not, in the next couple of centuries, we might be extinct. And that's crazy to even think about it. But if you look at the numbers, it's there. It's there. But we were not put here just to survive. We weren't. We were put here to build. Each one of us has a purpose in life, and the whole system that we wrapped up in, it don't allow us to even realize it. We so caught up in day-to-day survival to the point where we lose focus on the future early. And we never even, a lot of us in life never realize our purpose, because we dying too young, or we getting caught up in what's going on in this world, what's going on in this internet. And it's not working. It's not working. It's not working. But let me say this. Everybody can't lead. Look around us. Look at the people who they say are our leaders. Our leaders getting turned out. They getting bought. You know, they selling out. They selling us out. They money hungry. They power hungry. They attention hungry. It's not working. It's not working. If you look over the past however many years, it's not working. We're getting worse. We're getting worse. Every year is more murders. Every year is more, damage being done to our people and our communities. And it is what it is. It is what it is. It's just reality. It's reality. But everybody is not meant to lead. But in order for us to change our future, we need leaders. We need leaders. And the people who should be leading, too many of them sitting back and feeling like, hey, waiting, watching, talking about what somebody needs to do, is not working. It's not working at all. I can't stress it enough. And it drives me. As a black man, it drives me, because as a black man, we are leaders. We are leaders. Black women, leaders. So the more people I see sit around and complain and talk about how bad the youth getting, and talk about what the system is not going to do for us, and talking about what other people are not doing and how other people are holding us back, that's bull. We are our own worst enemies. We already know this, how the system is set up. We already know how all of this is set up. So either we're going to keep complaining while those around us continue to destroy themselves, or we're going to make up our minds to do something about it. And I'm ready to do something about it. And I can't do it by myself. So tonight, we need to talk about leaders. We need to call on the leaders. And like I said, the name of this episode is Leaders Step Up. Step forward. Step forward. But like I say, everybody is not a leader. We know that. The majority of us are followers. So I'm talking about those special people, like I said, who know and understand that they have a purpose in life. Those who understand that they were called to lead. And You just don't get to sit this one out. You don't get to sit this one out. It's time to step up. It's time to make something happen. But again, I stress everybody are not leaders. So tonight, I want to go over the qualities that we need in our leaders. And I want to ask everybody to really listen and pay attention, because I'm going to strike a nerve with some of y'all. Some of y'all probably ain't even realized your purpose yet. And I understand it. It took me a while personally to realize my purpose, because I was brought up in this system too. I was trapped mentally and emotionally in this system too. I lost track of, basically from a young age, what do you want to be when you grow up? I lost it early, and I know a lot of other people did too. But once I realized my purpose, I realized that we needed leaders. We needed people to step up and take initiative. And just like I said, when I looked at the type of leaders we need, I looked at the qualities that we need in people. And let's be real. So many of us, even like myself, I wasn't born with these qualities. A lot of these were developed over the years. So, like I said, you might not have all of the qualities, but I guarantee you these qualities are in people, and that we just haven't realized it yet. So again, I want to go over like the 10 things, the 10 qualities that I feel make up good leaders. And I need people with these qualities to step up. I really do. We do. The world does. But let's get into it. Let's get into it. Number one, the number one quality that we need in our leaders today is self-discipline. You have to be able to control yourself, your actions, your habits, your emotions. You don't need somebody, the type of person that don't need somebody watching over you to make sure you do the right thing. And let's be real. Right now, with the so-called leaders who they try to make us believe as our leaders, that's what's wrong with a lot of them right now. They don't have no self-discipline. You see these ministers, you see preachers, you see teachers, you see everybody getting caught in these bad situations, doing stuff that they're not supposed to do, and it's not working. It's not working. It's not working. So self-discipline is a must. You have to be willing to do the right thing even when nobody looking. Even when nobody looking, because let's be real, when we get this group of people together and we step up and start making it happen, they coming for us. They coming for us. They coming to destroy everything that we trying to build. History tells us that. But those with real self-discipline, those are the ones we need. Number two, we need people who are purpose-driven. We don't need people that's just drifting through life, doing what they want to do or living their best life. Like, we're not looking for y'all. You either know your purpose or you actively searching for it. You know you have a purpose, even if you haven't figured out what it was. You're actively searching for it. You understand that you were meant to make a difference in this world. If you are purpose-driven, I need you to step up. I need you to step up. We need people with accountability. That's always at the top of the list. Accountability, meaning people who are not blaming everything on somebody else, people who are not blaming our situation on the system, people who understand that we are our own worst enemies. And just like we played a part in getting us in this situation, we have to play a part in changing this situation. Simply. So I need people with accountability. I need people with mental toughness, because it's going to be pressure. It's going to be pressure. It's going to be hard work. It's going to be letdowns. It's going to be plenty of obstacles that we have to face. It's going to be attacks that come against us. So we have to be mentally tough. We have to be able to take pressure. We have to be able to take criticism. And we have to be able to stand strong when many of people expect us to fold. Because life gonna get hard, but it can't get no harder than it's gotten now. It can't get no harder than it is now. So we need people who are mentally tough. We need people with integrity. People who stand on their word. People who move with honesty, even when nobody is watching. We need you. We need you. We need people with a service mentality. We don't need the people who trying to get rich or trying to, make money or in every situation. We need people who are willing to serve. It's not about ego. It's not about clout. It's about people who actually care about helping people do better. Simply. We need people with vision. We need people who don't have that survival mindset. We need people who can see beyond right now. We need people who can visualize where we can be as a people in the next 5 years, where we can be as a people in the next 10 years, where we can be as a people when we're no longer here. We need people with real vision. We need people to think long term, not just day to day. Because this is a long-term strategy. Even when we're no longer here, we need people with the vision to continue to push and to continue to grow the movement that we create. We need people of courage. And when we talk in courage, we need people who are willing to stand alone, even when nobody else is there. We need people who are willing to stand up and say what needs to be said, even when you know everybody is going to be against you. We need people to stand on it, represent it, even when everybody else around you chooses to do the wrong thing. You can't be afraid to speak the truth. You can't be afraid to stand on what's real just because everybody else is on the fake. We need people with real courage. We need leaders. We need people with a builder mindset. We need people who create. We need people who build businesses. We need people who create opportunities. We need people who help build systems, not just consumers. Not just consumers. Basically, we need hustlers and not as many customers, because the majority of us are customers now. We have to start thinking different. We have to start doing different. And number 10, we need people with a commitment to growth and development. Simply. We need people willing to continue learning. We need people willing to continue evolving. We need people who are not stuck in that old way of thinking, the street mentality, that survival mentality. We need people who are leaders, because not only do we want people who will work within this movement to help and grow this movement, we need people who live this movement every day. We need people who speak this movement every day. We need people who do the right thing in life every day, because we need people, when they watch us, to understand what we represent, to know what we're all about. So it's going to take a special few. It's going to take a special few. Like I said before, it's not for everybody. Because like I said, it's a certain group of people it takes to start a movement. And once that movement becomes popular, then everybody else going to jump on board. You look at every other movement, and that's it. It took a few people to spearhead it, to get it out up and running. And then once it became popular, everybody else, jumped in. So I know where we're going, but it's going to take a special group of people working together within a framework to get us to that point. There's no way around it. But I gave the list. If you heard yourself in that list, if you know you possess some of those characteristics, if you know that you were put here or you feel that you were put here on this earth to make a difference in this world, then I'm talking to you. If it went over your head, that's cool. That's cool. Catch us on the rebound. You can jump on the bandwagon later. It's cool. But right now, I need leaders. We need leaders. Our kids need leaders. Our women need leaders. Our men need leaders. We need leaders as a people. Point blank, period. But this is not just motivation. I'm not trying to motivate you. I'm not trying to inspire you. This is recruitment. This is recruitment. We beyond the motivational part. We beyond the inspirational part. We can get to that later when needed. Right now, I'm recruiting. We are building something real, and I'm looking for the people who are ready to step into their purpose. If that's you, I need you to do a few things. Number one, follow me on all social media platforms at I am Toby O'Neal. Number two, come in right now, type leader in the chat. Type leader in the chat. And number three, reach out to me directly. Message me. Hit me up. And tell me that you're a leader and tell me what it is that you bring to the table. Even if you don't know what it is you bring to the table, talk to me. We'll figure it out together. We'll figure it out together. But we need builders. We need business owners. We need mentors. We need coaches. We need people who can guide the youth. We need organizers. We need people who can help structure communities. We need voices. We need people who can spread this message. We need leaders. We need leaders. And they come in all ages. They come in both male and female, even youth. Even youth. But we need leaders. We need leaders. And it is what it is. It is what it is. But as usual, I just like to hit the message. I don't like to hold you too long. I say an hour, but hey, it is what it is. As long as I need to get the message out. But let me leave you with this. Years from now, we're either going to look back and say, we stood up and changed something. We stood up and changed the trajectory of our people. Or we're going to realize that we let this keep going. We're going to step up and realize that we changed the whole entire trajectory of our people and rebuilt the foundation on which to build stronger Black communities, stronger Black neighborhoods. Or like I said, we're going to look up and realize we didn't do nothing, but sit back and allow it to continue to happen. And I don't know about y'all, but true leaders, and me, myself, that would destroy me. That's why I stress. That's why I do this podcast. That's why I do everything I do, to make sure if I passed away today, I know I did my part to try to make it better for not only me and mine, but for everybody. So like I said, we need leaders. This is bigger than money. This is bigger than followers. This is bigger than popularity. This is about legacy. Truly is. If you truly understand legacy, then you know what I'm talking about. But this is about legacy. So I'm saying it again. Leaders, step forward. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in this week. As usual, I'm Mr. O'Neill. This is the P-Ave Perspective. Whether you, hopefully, I get a chance to get back next week. Talk to you all next week, Lord willing. But until then, stay focused, stay positive, and again, I ask leaders, step up, hit me up. Let's talk about it. Peace. Y'all take care.